Well, guys, I am in one of the most uninteresting spots to me imaginable. I'm in Moab, but I'm not where I want it to be in Moab. And let me tell you why. The trail that I chose, based on satellite imagery and Gaia GPS, did not show what a challenging trail it was. And I have no doubt that I could do it, but unfortunately the GX has a busted wing. I have an air spring issue to where when I get flexed to a certain point, my passenger side rear airbag will blow out and grenade. And I've discovered that basically the articulation that I've got is too much for that particular air spring. Now, I put limiting straps on before I came and hoped that that would mitigate any kind of issue that I might have. But I told myself and I told my wife that I would not be taking any really challenging trails. Probably what I'm already doing right here is definitely more than what I should be doing. So I'm bummed not to get up to the area that I wanted to get up to. I just don't trust the GX right now. I have to play it safe. I'm by myself, and there were just some tables. The kind of thing where with my wheelbase, I might get some of that chirping where it starts to hop. And that seems like the perfect scenario to maybe damage an air spring in the GX. So I didn't even have time to get the camera out because I have less than an hour of daylight left and I need to get a campsite. You can only camp in designated campsites designated by the BLM. And if there had been a campsite back up on that hill, I would have camped right there. Unfortunately, I get to drop down here to the lower area. It's gonna have to do for the night because it's getting late. So we'll go down and get a campsite and get set up for the night. All right, so you can see behind me, over here, there's some red rocks that would actually be cool to camp in. This site was on the way down. You have to camp in designated sites, and I've only encountered two. I've seen a couple people head that way. Apparently they don't want to do this trail. I really wanted to do this trail. No doubt that the GX could handle it. I have absolutely no doubt that I have the skills to drive the trail. But what I don't have confidence in is my suspension, and I've already mentioned that. So to me, it's better to drive out here without having to do a trail repair than to try it and potentially damage the GX and have to repair it on a hill. So we're gonna make the best of it. Let's get everything set up, get some dinner in the gut, to get a shower. Let's do it. All right, for dinner tonight, we've got some chicken enchiladas. I feel really good about my decision to not go up that hill, Backstory, if you guys watched my last video in the Grand Canyon, you know that I'm on sabbatical. And to start out my sabbatical, I had this grand idea that I would go out into the desert for 2 weeks by myself, kind of like Jesus, or John the Baptist, or Moses, or Elijah when they went out by themselves into the wilderness. And I would go out and I would have this amazing desert experience. And I was out in the middle of Nevada by myself. I was out on a trail and my suspension failed. I ended up coming home a week and a half early from that trip, and I did not have the wilderness experience that I was hoping to have. So I was bound and determined on this trip not to break down if I could help it. And that is the reason for this campsite. That is the reason for no epic trail footage. That is the reason that tomorrow morning I'm going to be able to get up, make a cup of coffee, and go home without getting dirty and crawling under this thing and trying to fix it. That's the backstory. That's why we didn't push it today. So then I'll get my shower system set up. Maybe I'll show that to you guys as I set that up. I'm sure that's the most exciting thing you could think of to watch. All right, we've got this has been boiling for a while. We're just gonna let it continue to heat up, get to temperature. We have a southwest chopped salad kit tonight for our eating pleasure. By the way, this is this knife. I can't remember the name of this particular model. Shame on me. But this is made by Off-Frid knives. They're actually a California company, which is surprising because they're military and law enforcement. They are kind of like Black Rifle Coffee Co. By the way, this is not sponsored, but this is a great knife. They make so many different knives, big knives like this, hunting, backcountry, bushcraft, and then they make small EDC knives and everything in between. And so give them a check out, Off-Grid Knives. You won't be disappointed. Great company. All right, with my orange poppy and my salad, I'm ready to begin the first course of my meal. Ah, a well-earned sit down and dinner. Lord, thank you for this food and for this actually turning out to be a beautiful place, for bringing me here safely. Amen. It is July 1st. Moab and the area have been experiencing some flash floods. When I was in New Mexico just a few days ago, we left and apparently the monsoon hit right as we left, and there's been like flash floods there and whatnot. These clouds make me a little nervous. Those are some dirty looking clouds, as my wife likes to call them. All right, let's see how we did. Oh my gosh, that's really hot. Okay, we're not gonna make this pretty. Let's just get it out of there. I didn't bring any Cholula or Tapatio with me. No kind of hot sauce. Shame on me. But we'll get some pepper on there, salt and pepper. All right, and we'll. All right. All right, there is no way I'm gonna finish all this at all. Not even close. Not even gonna try. Which is sad. Tomorrow I'll only prepare a half of this. That'll do. But some salsa or Tapatio or Chipotle Cholula. Oh man, that would have been amazing. All right, the thermometer says it's about 88.8 degrees. And the last time I looked at the weather, which was several days ago, it's supposed to get down to 69. I think it'll be bearable. I mean, 88's comfortable. I wouldn't want to sleep in this. But for hanging out right here, it's not bad. Oh, hey guys. Good morning. Well, it's morning. I had a great shower last night. It was actually pretty nice to sit around as the light faded and just hang out. The sun is climbing in the sky quickly and the heat is rising. So we're gonna get some coffee and get packed up and hit the road. But first, let's try to get a view of what this place is like. That'll do. That'll do. I'm just going to take a few minutes before I pack up and read the Bible. I like to do that every morning. Actually, I'm not going to read it. I am going to read it, but I'm going to listen to it. There's an app that I like to use called the Daily Audio Bible. And here's a little icon for it, DAB, Daily Audio Bible. And my wife and I listen to it every day, and it's a great little app. And there's a lot of different formats in which you can listen to the Bible on this app. But the one that we do, and this particular one, he reads some of the Old Testament, some of the New Testament, a psalm and a proverb every day. And the app has what he's reading there, so you can just listen, or you can listen and read along, which I like to do if I have the opportunity. So I'm going to do that this morning to just stay caught up, and it's a great way to start the day. I am going to take advantage of the little bit of shade that I have here at the back of the GX, and listen and read the Bible. There's really nothing so important that you can't take a minute and spend time with God through His Word. So I'm going to enjoy some coffee and the Bible.
Today is the second day of July. Welcome to the Daily Audio Bible. I'm Brian. It is wonderful to be here with you today.
All right, guys, we're all packed up, ready to head out. All right, it's called the 7 Mile Rim Jeep Safari Route, and I failed it. You guys, check out this campsite. This is not far from where I was. If I had just driven a little bit farther, I could have camped with this. It's more private. You can't see the road. You have to drive over a little hill, and it's just all private here. And I would have been able to, oh man, next time. All right, gang, we're just getting aired up. 40 PSI. We have about 450 miles to drive today to get to Eureka, Nevada, where I'll be camping for my last night on this adventure. All right, that's a wrap. We're ready to hit the road, but before we do, I want to show you guys something. It is a little bit adult in content, so if there are kids watching, parents, I mean, it's not horrible, but, you know, a little crass. You never know who could be watching. Oh, motion cameras in use. Maybe this is the motion camera right here. I don't know. Could be. Got to be careful. You never know when somebody's watching me. All right, guys, that is a wrap. We're aired up. We're back on the road. Hey, thanks for coming along on this semi-failed adventure to Moab. I'm disappointed that I didn't get to, wheel up to those areas and camp up in those areas that I had hoped to. But I still had a great time, saw some beautiful country, and this is definitely whet my appetite to come back and explore. There's just so much here. I'm looking forward to someday coming back. So thanks for coming along. We'll see you again out on the trail. And until next time, adventure on.